Hey, you guys, it's Amy from Amy Says So. How are you today? So, I'm recording this in December. And in December, I do a lot of talking about goal setting because that's what I'm doing. I'm planning my next year and I'm figuring out what I did this year and I'm looking at what I did and I'm figuring out what I want to do next year. And so I love doing that. I absolutely love doing that. So, I'm over here setting goals, talking to people about setting goals, and that includes you today. That is going to be fun. All right. So, one of the things that happens, and it's like totally magnified with social media, and we love it, right? Is that this time of year, people are doing a lot of recapping of what they've accomplished during the year. Maybe how many miles they've run, the races they've won, the competitions they've won, the championships they've been to, all of these things. And then they're also announcing all of the things that they're going to do next year. You know, maybe they've been put on an ambassador team, maybe they've signed up for big races, and it can become this sort of heavy blanket of pressure that makes some people feel like, oh my gosh, maybe I need to sign up for something big too. Maybe I need to sign up for a massive, massive race. And I have to say that most of the time, a lot of the time, I am somebody who says, yeah, definitely, let's do it. Let's do a big race. I love big races, long races. I love training for them, coaching them, participating in them, cheering for them, all of those things. But there are also times where a big race is not the best choice. And so I wanted to come in here and give you my 2 cents about some ways that you can go about figuring out whether or not it's the right goal for you to pick a really big race for the next year. And so I'm recording this in December, but it's going to be out there forever and it should work anytime, right? You don't have to pick a big race at the end of the year, even though there is a lot of pressure and marketing push at the end of the year. There's a lot of prices that go up at the end of the year, and we'll come back to that in a second. Okay, so this does match a post that has a lot more detail, right? Many, many words on amysaysso.com. So you can check that out. And I am doing a live training if you're interested in goal setting stuff. So that if you go to that post, you'll find the information about the live training. Once the live training is over, you get a recording. It's all good. Okay. So some things to think about when you are trying to figure out if you want to do a big race. And a big race depends on who you are, right? So, but big races can be half marathons, marathons, half Ironman, Ironman racing. Those are big races, right? You're talking about a big commitment when it comes to training for those races. So, one of the things that I think is really important to figure out and clarify is that you want to do the work. You want to do the race and you want to do the work. So, running and triathlon, these are individual sports. Sometimes we go into them, we sign up with our friends, but when push comes to shove, we are the ones that have to get up and run the miles and bike the miles and get ready to do the race. So, when your friends come to you and say, hey, you guys, let's all sign up for this race, you want to be careful not to get swept up in the encouragement and get signed up for something that you may not actually want to do, right? And so that is definitely something to think about. All right, so you want to make sure that the reason that you're signing up is that you want to sign up, right? That it's your reason. And so we talked about this, like right now at the end of the year, there are a lot of people who are selling race registrations, a lot of race directors who are saying, sign up, get the very, very best price, get this discount, get signed up for this race. That's their reason, not yours. So just watch out for that. Watch out for that. The prices will go up. They're going to go up $5 or $10, but there's a much bigger risk. And I did have a year several years ago where I signed up for a bunch of races that I then had conflicts with. And so I just signed up for races and didn't actually get to race them. So I will tell you from experience, the bigger risk is signing up for something that you can't actually do. So like paying for a registration and not getting to do the race. So go ahead and take a day or two and make sure it works in your schedule. Make it sure it works with your family, make sure it works for all of those things, okay? You do want to think about the time commitment and what your life is actually like before you sign up for a big race. That's not to say that I'm definitely a believer that busy people can do big races. I know many people who have big careers and big families and big commitments and also do big races. They make it work. They have a great time. They have a great life, right? It's just to say that sometimes when you say yes to something, like an Ironman or a marathon, it does mean that sometimes, because there's 24 hours, right? There's 24 hours in a day. Sometimes you're saying no to some other things. So there are seasons in our life where sometimes it doesn't fit. You would think that as someone who loves Ironman and coaches Ironman, that I would always tell people that they should do Ironman races. But there are some specific times in people's lives where I'm very usually going to say, hey, this may not be the best time for you. Like, notably, new babies, new jobs, new houses, and weddings are very challenging to fit in with training for an Ironman in my personal experience. Not that it can't be done. The slogan is anything is possible. Just something to think about before you commit to it, right? Last thing that I'm going to give you to think about, and there are a couple other things in the article so you can go there and see, is that a big goal does not actually need to be a long race. So I love long races. Right? I love long races. But I will tell you that running a fast 5K, setting a PR at any distance, taking a new distance on, running just a fast mile, any of those goals are totally valid. You don't have to. You never, ever, ever have to run a big, massive race. There's no need. It should all be want, right? So a big goal does not have to mean a massive race. Pick what fits in your life. Pick what you want to do. This is your goal, and you're the person who gets to decide what you want to do. Yay. And on that note, I have lots more to say on goal setting, you guys. I could talk about this all day. All right, but thank you very much for watching. I do hope this was helpful. And if you are interested in more, you can check out the article at amysaysso.com. So it'll be amysaysso.com/, should you pick a goal of a big race or something like that. And that's where it will be. Thank you for watching and have a great day.